Hey everyone. I guess you noticed that I haven't been very active on YouTube recently. This will be the fourth season I've missed in the Love Dragon, just due to one, lack of funds, two, lack of place to work on the truck. So I got to thinking, well, what else can I do that kind of would have the same level of fun as drag racing? And so I was in my local hobby shop the other day and realized that there are actually quite a few people around here doing RC drag racing and getting pretty competitive with it. So, bought a car. I'm going to build the whole car as it would be factory, and then I will document me turning it into an RC drag car. So, I'll give you an update on the Love Dragon here just to kind of get you caught up with what I'm doing here. Firstly, you can see there's no engine. All the wiring's kind of tore out. There's no fender. No grill, no front end. I have all these parts. I'm just working on getting everything straightened back out. Where I had it stored at, a couple tree limbs fell on it and kind of tore some stuff up. But it's getting there. My dad helped me out with trying to get this corner knocked out. I need to do the finish work on that. The dash pad has started to come apart and actually break the plastics. These plastics aren't made anymore to my knowledge, so I'm trying to preserve those. I'm going to take them out, sell them to someone who can use them, get rid of this dash pad, and need to do some pretty major cleaning on this thing. But new front bumper for the daily because I hit a retread and tore the bumper up. So that's where I'm at with this. For most of this, I decided to do a voiceover just because I had stuff going in the background. Don't know if it was copyrighted or not. I just didn't want to mess with that. So what I'm doing here is I'm pulling everything out, showing what's going on. And wheels and tires, body. This is a build your own kit. If I remember right, the price on this was $199 retail, if I remember correctly. I'm going to turn this into a drag car just because, like I said in the intro, my actual dragster has been out of commission for, this will be the fourth season. I'm tired of sitting around. I want to do some racing.
Stickers are for the body. I probably will not do a paint tutorial because I am by no means a professional painter. I just kind of do what I think looks cool, and it's gonna chip off eventually anyway, so whatever. Camera seems to be having trouble focusing sometimes. What I'm doing here is, since I'm making a drag car, I'm basically doing a poor boy locker. Instead of going out and spending the money immediately to just buy a locked differential, I'm just going to fill this one with epoxy. And that way it's full-time locker. No, the rear wheels will not spin independently from each other after this. If you're just buying a slash to build it and bash with it, or do some dirt track racing, whatever, I do not recommend this. I'm doing this purely for traction with slicks on pavement. I have every intention of blowing a axle out of it. What I put it on there is it's a cap for a glue stick. It was just deep enough for the output shaft of the differential to sit down in there. Don't need any of that. I'm not entirely sure why this cover was fighting with me, but I did eventually get it put on, as you can see. Being that I also filled it with epoxy, I didn't worry about putting all 4 screws in. I just put 2 to hold the cover on. The epoxy will hold it in place. Some epoxy spooched out, so I was cleaning it up. Trying to keep it balanced. I don't want an off-balanced cylindrical object spinning at high speeds because it'll come apart that way. The front shocks and rear shocks are different. The front shocks have just the body and the plunger. The rear shocks have body, plunger, and a bump stop. Make sure that when you're assembling these, the bump stops end up being the rears. When I pulled this cap off, there's a rubber gasket in there, and it tried to come with the body, so I was making sure it all was pushed down where it was supposed to be. I like to make sure everything is moving smoothly and not binding before I start this. When I'm putting oil in, you will see that I play with the shaft a lot, play with the plunger. I'm making sure all the air bubbles are out of it before I top it off and put it all together. Double checking instructions just to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. Kind of see a couple of bubbles come out right there.
thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain. I don't care. I'll read it. Whether I reply or not depends on what you say. Check back next week for another episode. Thanks.